Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Of course, Happy New Year. If you don't know who I am, I go by Bernie. Today, I'm going to talk to you about growing your shoulders. If you're having difficulties getting those round, beefy shoulders that you see on models all the time, well, you've come to the right place. Now, what you're probably doing is you're targeting your shoulders one day out of the week. You have a shoulder day, like most people. Nothing is wrong with that, but I just personally find that very ineffective, especially if you are set on growing your shoulders. Instead, do what I'm about to show you. So, on my chest days, I generally love to target the front and the sides of my shoulders. Again, when you're bench pressing, incline bench pressing, most people, or most gyms I should say, have the incline bench press at a slightly higher angle. So by default, you are targeting your shoulders in some manner. So why not just complete the rest of the shoulders on that same day? And then when it comes to back day, that's when I really target my rear delts, or again, rear or back, back of your shoulders right there. Um, that's one of the main part of the shoulders that a lot of people are lacking. They might have really large front delts, but then the rear delts is lacking because again, they have a shoulder day and they do only rear delts on their shoulder day, but then on their back day they don't hit it at all, which is not very efficient in my opinion. And so I'm going to show you guys a couple exercises, or some of my best exercises that I love to incorporate on either my back day or my chest day in order to really develop the shoulders to what you see right now. So keep watching, and I hope you take a few tips that you might love to do on your chest or back day. But just remember though, doing shoulders on shoulder day is fun. It's nice when you're with a crowd of friends, group of friends. But if you really want to grow it, definitely split it up and do what I'm doing. One of the first things that I enjoy doing before even targeting my shoulder is to make sure I get a proper stretch. Unlike most people, I love going heavy on shoulders, and I feel like I can't really go as heavy unless I have a really good stretch and a pre-workout routine before doing the actual movement. The first dynamic movement that I have that is a part of my routine is to always do lateral raises with the 5-pound plates. I enjoy this because it allows me to pump blood into my shoulders and just get them ready for the actual workout. This can be a workout in of itself if you are doing like 3 sets of these. I normally do 2 sets of these, just so I can again get a good squeeze, feel my shoulder contracting and all that good stuff that you would want to feel before going heavy on a exercise. Okay, now the first movement that we need to do when coming out of our warm-up and dynamic stretch is to target your rear delts, especially on your shoulder day. The first movement here is just a simple cable crossover, and this is meant to pump some blood into your rear delts. Again, just prepare your muscles for the next movement, which is going to be pretty heavy. And for our heavy movement, we are choosing to do the face pull. You can't do this at your house, but it's okay though. Just get a gym membership and you'll be fine. But seriously, I love going heavy on the face pull because I'm allowed to lean back a little bit more and just pull as much weight as I can until I can't, and then I reduce the weight and I do more sets at a lighter weight. Following that, we do just some reverse flies. Again, this is just going to put some more blood into our rear delts, and we're just going to tire them out in general. Like these next 2 exercises coming up is just to put more emphasis on developing the rear delts, because most people love to do their rear delts like at the end of the shoulder day, and I think that's really bad because that's where most people are lacking, myself included. Even though I have a really great rear delts, I'm still kind of lacking comparison to my front delts. So after those rear delt movements, we then move on to shoulder presses. If you are able to do shoulder presses on a bar or a Smith machine, I would prefer that because you can get more tension in, again, your front delts right there. Because most people tend to move the dumbbells close together, which releases tension from your shoulders, and that's kind of bad. Once you do that and you want to hit your front raises, these are pretty simple movement to do. Again, straightforward. There are some variations to these. For example, if you have a bar, you can bring the bar up at the same time. If you want to lay down on a bench and do front raises from the bench, you can also do that. Like it's a bunch of possibilities with these, but this is just a general front raise. Again, it's pretty straightforward, and these are kind of a little bit more heavier than what you would do in comparison to like what your rear delts or your lateral raises, which do require a bit more technique to do that. And speaking of which, we have here the flies, and so sorry, lateral raises. I'm so sorry, guys. But when I do my lateral raises, I prefer to hit all angles of the shoulders. As you can see, I do a couple reps hitting a 45 degree angle, and then I go ahead and I do it like straight to my side. Then I finish up with again another 45 degree angle, just so again I can get a better, more developed rounded shoulders by hitting all sides of my shoulders, because the shoulder is complex, and as long as you are lifting the weight properly and not moving your bones around too much, you should be fine, generally speaking. Another option for the lateral raises is to just do them hanging from like a pole, or in this case one of the cable machines there, if you can. This allows you to get more squeeze at the bottom of the movement, but if you are tired of that, you can always just grab the the cable itself and just do that with the cable. I think the cable is a much better movement, but again, if you don't have time to do that, that's up to you. But I do every single one of these movements on either my chest or my back day, and they are fantastic. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Enjoy.